Welcome back to the AskPeople series. This is episode 10 out of 20, so we're halfway there. And this week, I asked everyone what they feel their legacy would be if they were to pass away. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Hi, my name's Adam.
Hi, I'm Anita.
Hi, I'm Campbell.
Hi there, my name is Cameron Gibson.
Hi, I'm Hannes.
Hi, I'm Jamie Stewart.
Hi, my name is Jonathan.
Hi, my name is Maureen.
Hi, I'm Paul Reagan.
Hi, my name is Sophia.
Hey everyone, my name is T-Kid.
I don't have any plans for like a multi-billion-dollar business or like a massive mansion in the hills. I think, just happy memories. You want. I think the bare minimum anyone should really want to leave behind is good thoughts, like people looking back fondly at times they spent with you, you obviously don't want people remembering you being a dick, or them, thinking of you and being like, oh, I didn't really like that guy, or we didn't get on that well. I think possibly worse, you want some people to remember you. If you're blessed enough to to have a family, to like have your relatives and everything, then there's always going to be someone that kind of remembers who you are and what you did, and that's kind of all I can ask for, really. Yeah.
Legacy. Okay. Well, I've always lived by the fact that treat others how you want them to treat you, or don't treat people the way you don't want to be treated, because I believe in karma, and I feel like we've all witnessed karma at least once in our life, or we believe it, being like, yeah, I don't want that happening to me, so I'm gonna just treat everyone nicer. It can be hard sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Being nice is not that easy, because people test your patience, and everyone has very different, levels of how much they can handle. And especially this year, I get around everyone being stressful or what's going on. Well, a sensitive time for a lot of people in terms of jobs, money, blah, blah, blah. But it's hard being nice. But it's worth it. It's worth it being nice, because, if you do something for someone, I'm sure someone's going to do the same for you.
So I would really, really love to be the next Foucault, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I would like to leave some kind of research, if I end up really devoting my life to it, that helps people understand things better and actually manages to change the way some people think about something for the better. I really, really wish that for myself. Currently, I'm looking at gender panics in Eastern Europe and why they're happening, especially around the Istanbul Convention, which is basically a convention from the European Commission that deals with women that were facing domestic violence, but it's been rejected in a lot of Eastern European countries. And basically what I'm arguing, that if we understand the cultural and historical context of certain places better, we can find ways to tackle violence and hatred towards minority groups in a more effective way. Because, for example, the Istanbul Convention is often used to, there's an argument that it's queer propaganda or gay propaganda. So we can't just say this is wrong and this isn't understood the way it should be and they're being dumb. We have to understand why people think the way they do and not look at it as it's negative. It's just about point of view. So as long as we understand that, and I hope that my research can help people understand that it's really important to understand where people are coming from, and that as well, that compassion is okay in research. So as a feminist researcher, there's a lot of emphasis placed on self-reflexivity in the work that you're doing. So instead of shying away and saying you're an unbiased observer, you say, this is my background, this is what I'm looking at, and this is what I'm adding. And I think that that's a really important way to approach research, especially if it's changing and expanding in the 21st century.
Serial optimism. Just, again, go back to what we said. It's entirely what you make of it. So, I remember it was maybe just over a year ago. We used to live with a girl called Kat, and she's a Canadian girl, quite a kind of lovely girl, but she's a very spiritual girl. So we remember we got into a conversation about fate one day, and she was like, "Oh, I believe in fate. Everything's written for you. You're following like a predetermined path." And I was like, "That's rubbish. You can't live your life knowing that everything is happening because it's already decided." So if I'm going to leave anything, I would like people to know that it's exactly what you make of it. You're in complete control. So optimism, I guess, go on the side of that. Go on the side of optimism. Things will be what they will be, but if you can make them good, then that's in your hands.
So, first of all, I think that a good legacy would be a positive impact on the individuals around me. So my friends and family, definitely, just sort of making their lives better and knowing you would be missed, I guess, is a good legacy to leave. In my work and that, like, a main thing for an architect would be like designing places that are going to be around a lot longer than you are. So that would be a real success, but I don't think of my work and the things I do as I do them as what sort of legacy they'll leave. I would just rather enjoy them, and if anything more comes of that, then that would be a really nice bonus.
Well, legacy. So for me, definitely the kind of thing that I would love to leave behind or leave in my wake is, I don't mean literally in my wake, but like the ceremony where you have like little sandwiches after your funeral, but I mean like behind me. I'd love to leave kind of an inspiration, I think. I'd love to think that something I've done somewhere has inspired someone else to do something else. Again, no matter how big or small that might be. I was having a conversation actually with some of the guys at the project I'm working on at the moment, and we were saying one of the things that we think is going to be the most amazing longer term outcome of this project is the number of young people that we could potentially inspire to get interested in magic. And for me, that's huge, because every magician has that moment where they're like blown away and really inspired and think to themselves, that's what I want to do. And I definitely have a few moments through my life that were like that. And the thought that I could be that moment for someone else, for me, is amazing. So yeah, definitely inspiration.
I think the legacy I want to leave behind pertains to the stuff I've kind of discussed, but like just the success of a brown woman, like the positivity and the purity behind it and the humbleness, not just vanity, and like like certain people, they have success stories, but then like everyone's like they don't deserve that because they were this and this, their folks had this and this and whatever. I want to just prove that you don't need the conventional how you call like leg ups advantages to get ahead.
I would like to leave a legacy behind to those around me, that they remember me for just for being a help to them in some way, and like I've helped care for them in some way, or that I've helped nurture them or support them in any way. I feel like that's what I would want people to remember me from, or to remember me as. It's just like helping them a moment in their life, or doing something for them, even if it's just at one instance, probably would just be that, because then that would also mean that I impacted them even in a small, tiny way. And that's important to me. It's just knowing that I've impacted someone, no matter how little the impact is.
Yeah, I think some people are able to say, "Oh, well, I will leave behind an important library for Congress, the James Stewart Library, or a new wing at a hospital." But not all of us are millionaires or billionaires or that egocentric. So the sort of legacy might be that my friends and family around me would perhaps just know a bit more about mental health because of what I've shared, or HIV, because I'm HIV. Another spoiler alert: he's HIV positive. Would just know that it is what it is. I would like to think that friends and family might think more deeply about spirituality and stuff. I wouldn't say be a Christian, because the role of organized religion, I think, is limited in my mind. But to not be afraid of exploring their own spirituality because of what I've shared of my journey, or that they might say at a funeral or a Thanksgiving service or something like that, they said, "Oh, well, he was a bit of a Burke and he was a pain in the ass, but he was generally honourable-ish and had liked a good laugh, and tried to be kind, even though he failed quite often, but he tried." That's probably just about it.
I would like to leave behind, if I was to, okay, obviously I'm gonna die one day, but yeah, I'd love people to remember me as someone who definitely, changed the music industry as a whole, and kind of brought a new sound and a new style. I want to be remembered as, remember T-Kid. So this may be a high comparison, but you know how like the Michael Jacksons and Freddie Mercurys and stuff, they're dead, but their legacy just goes on. Like 50 years from now, people will still be talking about them. Like I definitely look up to like our Bob Marley and stuff like that. So I want to bring something different with my music, something unique that won't just be spoken about today or tomorrow or this year, but for years to come.
Golden statues of myself lining every boulevard. No, I'm very much oriented around like the public good. And maybe it's a level of arrogance as well, but I kind of want to just make the world a better place. In whichever way I contribute to that. And I take a more negative role of markets and a more positive role of government than definitely my peers within the think tank world. And I think there is a tremendous amount of good to be done by public institutions if they weren't run in such inefficient ways and if market forces weren't so distortionist. So I would like to contribute to that whole, giving to society, making a more collective civilization that is better and more advanced and is more equitable, has less homeless people, has greater opportunity, has more equal outcomes, and where really, only your own merits will determine how far you go. Maybe very communist, I don't know.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and I will post the social media links below if you want to follow us, but most importantly, I hope this gives you an understanding of perhaps how you'd like to answer these questions yourself, and encourage conversation with your close friends and family as well. I hope to see you next time.